First of all, our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by Hurricane Irma. And been very pleased that we were able to take care of our families that needed the appropriate means and help. We have a number of families still in town right now, so that's been great. Very appreciative to our administration and to our entire football family. In terms, I know probably the first question is going to be, where's the game going to be played at? We fully anticipate playing the game in Gainesville, but John Curry is on top of things and he's handling all the communication and all that, so we're just getting ready to prepare a football team, and John's going to handle everything in terms of the logistics. But as a football coach, we're preparing to go to Gainesville. In terms of the game, the things that we were pleased at as a coaching staff, defensively, third down conversions, we were able to get off the field. For us defensively, we're 11 out of 11 of being able to get off the field. I thought we improved our tackling from week 1 to week 2, and we were able to have individuals gain valuable repetitions, whether it was on offense, defense, or special teams. But so much to improve upon that we have a lot of work to do with this football team. And it starts still with our overall physicality. I didn't think we played to the level of physicality that's up to our standard or expectations. We did not take the ball away defensively, and that's a byproduct of playing physical football. Same thing on special teams. And then offensively, we turned the football over twice, one that led to a score and one that was in the red zone and the scoring zone, and you can't do that. We had some missed big play opportunities that I thought we let get out there. And then our special teams need to make tremendous strides from game 1, game 2 to now game 3. We're going to have to go tackle explosive returners, and we played a lot of newcomers on special teams this game, and it was great to be able to evaluate and put their football identity on video, but it's also them understanding that the expectations never change by the way we play special teams here at Tennessee. So today will be a great teaching opportunity. It was great to get obviously a kickoff return for a touchdown. That's something we pride ourselves here. That's our 11th kickoff return and or punt return for a touchdown since we've been here, and that's pretty remarkable. And I think that's a direct correlation to all the hard work that we put into it, and that ownership and that responsibility that comes with playing winning football on special teams. So I'll answer any questions y'all may have.
Patrick?
Butch, we asked you about the quarterbacks after the game. You said you wanted to see more after watching what stood out good and bad for both guys, and is the plan going to still be to rotate those guys against Florida?
Sure. Well, again, being able to go back and watch the video, like I said Saturday, this football team needs to play football. And I thought Quentin continued to improve. I thought his footwork was better. But again, I thought his accuracy for the most part had improved. Liked his game management with some checks at the line of scrimmage. But we have to take care of the football, and the quarterback is the caretaker of the football, and he understands that. It was great to get Jared in the game. Those repetitions were invaluable. Again, thought he did some very good things. But again, it's the command presence in terms of getting us in the right plays, the RPOs, where his eyes are, all the fundamental things that I think usually occur in a first game of going in. That was his first live game action. So when I look back at it, I was very, very pleased with both individuals. I think they gained some confidence. It was great to get them in there, and we'll continue to compete, and we'll see what happens through this course of the week of preparation.
In the back.
You guys haven't got a ton of pressure on the quarterbacks yet, but you mentioned that I'm back here.
Okay.
You mentioned that it had to do something with the fact that the two teams played kind of wacky schemes. How important is it to get some pressure on the QBs, and how much is that a focal point heading into the contest?
Well, it's always a focal point because the structure of a defense is built upon impacting the quarterback. And I believe Saturday Indiana State threw 3 drop-back passes, and when they did throw the 3 drop-back passes, we were able to impact the quarterback. But again, I think some of it was scheme-oriented, but make no mistake about it, this is a line of scrimmage league, and it all starts with impacting the quarterback. And not just, there's so many things that go into impacting the quarterback. It's more than just sacks. It's tipped footballs. It's pressures. It's making him escape the pocket. you know, it's hits on the quarterback. So there's a lot that goes into impacting the quarterback. And even though we've played 2 schemes that really don't allow you to do that, we have to continue to get better at that. And just our overall explosiveness off the football, the use of our hands, and again, we talk about impacting the quarterback daily.
Jimmy and then Blake.
Butch, what concerns you most about Florida?
Oh boy, there's a lot of things that, you know, as a coach concern you. First of all, defensively, typical Florida defensive football team, very explosive, can run to the football, want to play man coverage, can play man coverage. Really, really impressed by their defensive ends. They're very, very deep. Their explosiveness off the ball. Brian is one of the best inside. He is one of the best get-offs I've seen in a very long time. They use their hands well, very active linebackers. So this is a typical Florida defense. And then offensively, a lot of playmakers. And, you know, as a football coach, you're sitting there and you're studying the video and you watch them offensively and they're a play away. They're, you know, again, offensive football is all about 11 individuals working as one. And I think it was a typical first game, but you can look and you say they have the ability to be explosive. They can put points on the board, a very, very physical offensive line. They can run the football. And then when you look at their team in terms of their dynamics of their special teams, they have very good returners, very explosive. They have athletes. So again, it's going to be a great challenge, and obviously going on the road in a great environment should be a great environment and a great college football game.
Blake and then Steve.
Yeah, but throughout most of your coaching career, you've had quarterbacks that could run it a little bit, even back to Central Michigan. How different is this for you with Quentin not being, you know, much of a read option type of quarterback?
Sure. Well, we need to involve him more in the run game, and you know, all we want our quarterback to do is when we involve him in the run game is be efficient. And our definition of efficiency is a 4-yard run. So if Quentin can get us or Jarrett can get us 6-8 yards, you saw one time where Jarrett, the play broke down, it was the 3rd down, and he was able to scramble and get the 1st down for us. And that's going to be imperative no matter who our quarterback is. I do think the evolution of RPOs have really, you've been able now to take really kind of a running, take away a running quarterback and kind of put his legs into his arms, so to speak, with the RPOs and all the run pass options. So I think that has kind of changed the dynamics in terms of not playing with a running quarterback, but still having the same effect for the details. And that's something that I think everyone in our football organization would agree upon. We have to get better in a hurry. And I've met with a lot of our players, and they understand it. A lot of them have already been in and watched the video, and they understand. You know, the level of competition is going up, and we get back to details, accountability, and toughness, and it's all about that. And you know, it's one of the first questions when today started is being able to impact the quarterback, being gap sound, being able to play with the physicality, getting off blocks, and then playing the ball in the air. So there's a lot that we need to do to get better at, but I do think we did show some progress from week 1 to week 2.
Austin and Wes.
Butch, can you just talk about Kyle Phillips? It seemed like he had his best day on Saturday, and how far he's come, what the kind of plan is going forward with him.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing him up. We thought he played one of his best football games since he's been here. When we graded the defensive line, we thought he played the best in that unit, and he was explosive. He used his hands well. He ran to the football, and again, another great story of resolve and perseverance of everything that Kyle Phillips has been through with injuries. And you know, he's turning into a very good leader for us. He does the right thing. And if you look at all these individuals that are performing well right now, they have one thing in common. Well, they have a lot of things in common, but it's consistency. It's consistency in performance every day. It's consistency in your personality. You know what you're going to get from Kyle Phillips on a daily basis.
Wes.
I guess, you know, football coaches and players can be kind of creatures of habit during the season, and how important is it for, no matter kind of what's going on down there in Gainesville, that travel and all that stuff be kept, you know, according to the regular schedule, that you know you're getting there, you know when you're getting all your, you know, pregame meetings or meals and all those things?
Well, first of all, we look forward now to a regular weekly schedule. This is the first time where we'll have a normal football week of preparation in terms of, you know, Sunday being our players' off day, and then today, Monday, and going out and practicing, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this is the first week for our football team that we'll have a normal week in terms of that. I think being in a structure, I don't like to say creatures of habit, because I think that's when you become stagnant. I think that's when, you know, when you become complacent. I think complacency sets in, but getting into an overall structure where they know what's coming. You know, they know Mondays early downs, Tuesdays third downs, Wednesdays red zone and coming out and goal line and all those things from a game planning standpoint as well. So we welcome getting into a full weekly schedule now with our players. And again, you know, what happens on Saturday in terms of the location of the game. You know, John Curry's done a really good job with that. He'll continue to do that. We have to control what we can control, and that's our preparation for this football game.
Dan?
Butch, could you offer an injury update? Eli Wolf, Bird Williams, Josh Smith, Boston Smith?
Yep. Eli Wolf right now is questionable. The good thing is it's a sprained ankle, so it's nothing surgical, so that was great. We expect Tyler Bird and Latrell Williams to be back. They'll be back practicing today. Josh Smith will be back. He actually could have played in the game Saturday, but we wanted to make sure he had another week of recovery and treatment, so he'll be ready to go. You know, Marcus Tatum, Evan Berry, they'll be questionable. We'll see how they progress, in the same way with Balin Buchanan and Austin Smith. So really everyone, I know for sure that Bird and Williams are back and Josh Smith are back. I'll know a little bit more as the week progresses with everyone else. We did come away healthy though in this football game, which was a positive.
Any other questions? Mike?
Coach, could you elaborate a little bit more on Garantano? That being his first game, I know that it was kind of a warm-up game, but Jared seemed like he threw a really good deep ball. Did he show you some things that you hadn't seen in terms of maybe being more of a gamer than a practice guy?
Well, I don't ever believe in the term gamer. You know, those are what we call floaters, and you never develop into your full potential, and Jared's not like that. Jared, I love his approach to practice. He competes every day just like, you know, everyone else at the quarterback position, and that's the standard expectations across the board in our program. Again, there's no substitute for live game repetitions, and he did some very good things. I thought, you know, a couple times on ball locations, he did a really good job of standing in the pocket and being able to deliver the ball, but all the nuances of managing the line of scrimmage and getting in the right play and all those things, that comes with repetitions. That's the only way you can simulate it. And so the more game repetitions he gets, I think the better he's going to become. But there's a lot of things to correct, and I think if you spoke to Jared, he'd be the first to tell you that. But again, you can't beat game live repetitions.
Last couple, Danny and Ryan.
Coach, I'm sure you don't want to go into the SEC schedule just using 3 defensive ends. How close is DeAndre Johnson or Matthew Butler, somebody else, to get into that rotation?
Getting closer. I think the repetitions, even though they are minimal Saturday, being able to get them into the game was critical. And playing time is earned. You earn your playing time through your body of work, through preparation throughout the course of the week. And so much goes into it, from assignments to fundamentals to technique to toughness to how you handle the weight room and preparing your body. And these are youngsters that we're going to need to grow up in a hurry, and you're exactly right. Right now, we're very, very limited at the defensive end position, but I was very encouraged by what I've seen out of those 2 individuals, and those 2 young men are going to be really good football players here. We're just trying to cram everything in a very short amount of time, and again, it takes time to develop, but I like what I saw, and we'll continue to grow and develop them as well.
Ryan will be our last question.
Coach, I think a lot of people thought that the defensive line was lining up off the ball against Georgia Tech because of the cut blocking, and then some people saw it again Saturday. Without giving away your game plan against Florida, I guess, is there an explanation on that, and you know what
no,
gained from that?
I think everybody's looking for it now. We're always a yard off the line of scrimmage or hand behind the ball, you know, with all that, not quite a yard, but, you know, that's something that we continue to talk about them and grow and develop. But again, you know, we've seen some very non-traditional offenses in the first 2 games, and, you know, the amount of communication that was required last week, our players learned a lot about the ability to communicate and talk, and, you know, when you have to move the front and shift the front and knock the front, when it's an unbalanced and you're trying to find the eligible receivers, and you have to do it in a short period of time, it challenges your preparation and it challenges your communication. So I thought that was big for us. That was good for us in moving forward.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.